Oh, and just a caveat here. This is a peaked in high school warning label on this here podcast episode. But in high school, fucking me, Christian, Fritz, we were all in this class. It's called AP Art, which is Advanced Placement Art, which very, very chill class. It's kind of made up to be something more than it is, just to scare kids at first, to think that it's like a college level course, but it was pretty easy, pretty relaxed, pretty chill. 2 periods worth of classes like per day. They were both at the end of the day, so it'd be 11th and 12th period would be just all art class. And like I said, very chill. Teacher was cool. But me and Christian's senior year, we were obviously in this class together. So just hanging out every day, 11th and 12th period. And by this time, way before this time, probably ninth grade on, me, Christian, all the dirty water boys, we'd all been, drinking, getting our boots in the mud, getting our lips on the bottle, getting used to what would soon come of us, just raging alcoholics. So we were basically in a training camp from ninth grade on, maybe ninth grade summer if I'm being a generous chap. But so by the time we were seniors, we weren't full on fucking pirate alcoholic levels, but we had been having some drinks, having some fun, getting a little messy. And obviously in high school you are very, very, very stupid, very, very, very much a young person. And we'd be talking about this with our friends, just gossiping, shooting the shit, talking about getting drunk in the middle of like fucking ELA class when you're fucking 17 and just fucking with a thumb up your ass, you don't know any better. But talking about that in high school, teachers catch wind of it, especially when you don't talk very quietly, and are proud of the precursor to your demise, as we were. But so we'd be in some class and just shooting the shit, talking about fucking blacking out or putting a finger in someone's mouth. And the teachers, caught on to it, as they should, because we are, young. Still got the soft spots on the back of our head, pretty stupid, easily swayed, and could potentially be going down the wrong pathway, which maybe we were, maybe we weren't. But there was this, I don't know if he was like a truancy officer or if he was, I don't even know if he was employed there, but he seemed to be walking around all the time and everybody knew his name. I think his name was Mr. like Baylog or something like that. Kind of just a bros dude, buff guy, probably 40s, early 40s maybe. Always talking about riding Harleys. All the girls, all the high school girls, my classmates, they all had a crush on him, which is probably a very weird position to be in, especially when this is your employer and you could potentially be construed as a pedophile. But I don't think there was any conspiracies for that yet, at least to my knowledge. But he was the guy's guy who would set everybody straight. He would set all the gay kids straight, set everyone, set me straight, set my father straight. But he came into, and he was friendly with our art teacher, so, and obviously the word had gotten out that me and Christian are like pigs in shit here talking about fucking getting hammered when we're 17 years old. And he caught wind of it, caught a sniff of it. And he would always come into our art class as it was, you know, just normally. He would come in and hang out and fucking talk about his Harley Davidson or something. We'd just be like, what? And then he'd just leave. But so he came into this class one day and decided to, he pulled me and old Christian aside. He brought us out of the classroom into his office that he had. So I guess he was employed officially. Brought us into his office and was like, I don't even remember what the fuck he said, but he made it known that he knew and every other teacher knew that me and Christian were, you know, having parties, having sex with midgets and fucking having a circus, you know, just doing the whole nine, just fucking, no, but they knew that we were drinking and doing the drug and getting silly with all of our pals, you know, having parties, and he kind of tried to steer us away from it, which, I mean, it's the fucking end of your senior year of high school. I know on paper you're supposed to tell the kids not to fucking get hammered and fucking throw up every night, but it's kind of hard to do that when that's what the whole damn pack is doing. That's what the whole pack of people are doing, just getting drunk. But we seem to be singled out. So I don't know, maybe just because we were the ones having the party and kind of initiating and giving folks a space where they can be free and fucking just get hammered and fucking throw up and, you know, tell your dad you hate him and shit like that. But, well, actually, there was one. I don't know if this, I don't think this is related, but this happened during one of the parties. There was this girl, I don't gotta mention her name, but it was a girl, one of our classmates, and she was at the party, so we would have all these parties in Christian's garage. He lived down the street from where I grew up on 92nd Street in Niagara Falls in New York, and he had a little house there, him, his mom, and his sister, and he had the perfect situation. He had the house, which was, you know, perfectly good house, and then out back he had a nice garage, and pretty much nothing inside of this garage. Well, I think there might have been some shit in the garage, like fucking Christmas ornaments, fucking dildos, fucking hooded figures, I don't know, but so we just cleaned it out, and then we were just like, well, we should have people over here and we should get drunk in this place. And I was like, fuck yeah, we should. So then we started doing that. I don't remember what year we started doing that, having parties there, but it was probably all throughout high school, maybe 10th grade on, 11th grade on, something like that. And it was just, you know, obviously it's always a good place to have a party. A good place to have a party is a place that you don't really give a fuck about, and a shitty old garage with fucking black mold in the floorboards is the perfect contender for this situation that we were about to, not even a situation, just things, just happenings, just because we would always do this. Because I would have fucking parties in my house, but to have a party in my house, I then need to have a party inside of my house where I live. So that's difficult when, you know, girls need to go up and take a shit, or there's a guy trying to fucking blow his buddy up in my mom's room, and then I gotta get my friends to go fucking throw him down the stairs, or I gotta fucking, just more of a precious space. But that didn't really stop me, because then there would be nights where there'd be 50, 100 fucking people in my goddamn house. So we cut that out and kind of transferred the energy over to the garage, just because we realized it was much less of a risk involved with this here garage than just throwing parties in the old basement of the old my house. But where I was going with this is there was a situation that happened in the garage, but I don't think it was related to the truancy, whatever the fuck kind of officer he was at the school pulling us aside. But she was a classmate, and she came over to these parties, and when you have these parties, you realize very quickly who can hang, because you have friends inside of school and then outside of school. At least in high school, kind of shit like that. Like people you see who you're friendly with, and then you're like, yeah, come over, and then they fucking see you, and then we're all fucking in this garage fucking with fucking black spots under our eyes, fucking laying on the concrete, fucking shooting up fucking heroin and drinking a 12-pack for breakfast. And fucking they're like, what the fuck? And then you could just see that they're not accustomed to beating their body up as we do. So you learn that quickly with your friends and people who come, yeah, sure, come over for a party, and then fucking 12 people in a samba line or something, or doing a fucking limbo. And all right, I swear to God, I'm gonna tell the story that I'm trying to tell. So there was this girl, this girl in our grade. She came to one of the parties with her friends. It was apparent that she had drinking way, way, way too much, which probably wasn't really that much, probably just a couple old Mike's Hards. Back in my day, we drank Mike's Hards, or the girls at least drank Mike's Hard, not these doggone White Claws or White Paws, White Grandpa. And so she was fucking hammered, and she was going up to people, confessing things to people, I guess, and then she fell over onto the floor or fell into the couch, I think, and then she kind of missed her mark and fell onto the concrete floor and sort of banged her head on the floor, I guess. But no, but so she was taking a creek nap, and she was fine. I don't think she actually hit her head, but that would have been funny. But she was laying on the floor, and then she just so happened to piss her pants with the Mike's Hard that was left in her, I don't know, chamber, if you will. So she pissed her pants and was fucking knocked out, and then her friends had to come and fucking scoop her off the floor. So there was basically shit like that happening pretty much every time we would have a party. And we had parties every weekend pretty much, probably Fridays and fucking Saturdays, why not? And maybe that information kind of got back to this person who worked at the high school and was like, holy shit, these kids fucking mean business. These kids are just drink like they're fucking divorced fucking single fathers here, fucking on the edge of fucking ending it all. When we're fucking 17 years old, we were really up to something magical inside of this garage space. And they were trying to snuff out our magic. And no, so he basically just told us this story. Old people tell you stories. He was like, this is when he had us in his office. He was telling us these stories. He wasn't at the parties, the fucking truancy officers. But so when he pulled me and Christian out of the classroom, he was like, so I know you guys are gay, and fucking I know you guys are fucking communists, and fucking I know you guys are fucking skinheads, and I know you guys are fucking... No, but he said he knew that we were like having parties and shit, and they always act like they know more than they actually do. But obviously we were 17, so stupid, so we were probably a little bit on the edge of our seat, a little frightened, if you will. And he was like, yeah, I know you guys are having parties and all this shit, asking us if we're doing drugs and shit. I was not doing the drugs or anything of that nature. I was just beginning my descent into the darkness of the ether of the bottle. And so he was... Then he tried to like give us a little anecdote for like a dose of reality, kind of like a scary story to tell us. So he said he had some fucking friend, some fucking fair weather friend that he had that was fucking abusing painkillers, and she died, I guess. I don't really know how that correlated into just some kids having a good time. I was like, oh, well, that doesn't sound like a good time, overdosing on painkillers. I don't want to do that. I just want to get drunk with my friends in a garage, and I'm 17, and I don't really care about your friend who died from fucking hydros. So go fuck yourself. And then the officer was like, well, okay. All right. Have a great day, guys. And then me and Christian continued our endeavors this whole senior year, and then into that. Literally, I don't think that changed literally anything. That was probably, if anything, me and Christian probably just walked out of that room being like, oh, I kind of want to fucking have a beer, or fucking have fucking 46 of my fucking 17-year-old peers over, and we can all fucking sit in a circle and smoke Black and Milds and until our fucking eyes cross. And that's what we did. That is what we did in that garage. And yeah, because it's not like he's gonna Mr. Baylogger, it's not like he was gonna come to the house and like stop us. Like he would have been, you know, off the clock at this point. But I mean, maybe with teachers it's a little bit different. Maybe they actually care about their jobs, unlike, you know, me. If I'm fucking on the clock or off the clock and I see somebody in the fucking hallway, you know, choking to death, I'm just gonna fucking bat a blind eye. And of course he was a grown fella. So, but either way, he did not inhibit or put any roadblocks to our parties or anything. I think the only roadblocks to our behavior would be ourselves, because we would just get ahead of ourselves and do things that were on the silly side, irresponsible side. But I guess you gotta do that when you're just starting your journey into alcoholism. But yeah, we would have these parties, and speaking of Black and Mild specifically, that was the appetizer of choice for all the kids, large and small and fucking wide and slim, of this of our generation of high schoolers during these garage parties. Remember specifically one night going on a you would go on 7-Eleven runs, and nobody had cars and nobody drove drunk yet. You know, we were all a little bit more responsible in that aspect back then. But you know, you would have to go on 7-Eleven runs, and fucking remember me and my friend Tyler, we took a 7-Eleven run, and we were just, you know, taking orders, and everybody, I'm pretty sure the only thing that was on the menu was just Black and Mild. Everybody wanted a Black and Mild. Girls, boys, blacks, whites, the whole gamut wanted a nice Black and Mild in their mouth. So me and Tyler walked our happy asses to the 7-Eleven over the bridge and through the woods to the 7-Eleven up on Niagara Falls Boulevard near G.J. Mann School. We went, and we purchased ourselves I think we purchased about 15 Black and Milds. The individually wrapped Black and Milds, and we got them in back in the day when there was 7-Eleven had plastic bags, and they just bagged them up for us, and we went on our way. But thinking back, it probably would have been a little bit smarter to buy the packages, like the 4-pack or 6-pack, whatever, of Black and Milds, because it probably would have been a little bit cheaper instead of just buying individually wrapped ones. But either way, oh yeah, and then back, because we could only buy the Black and Mild, like going on a 7-Eleven run back then, it's like, all right, you're either going to get fucking candy or you're going to get a fucking pack of Newport. You can't even get you couldn't get fucking alcohol if you blew the fucking guy behind the counter. It doesn't fucking matter. You got to be 21, honey. And I don't think any of us had fake IDs yet, or even had a fucking inch of hair on our chin to sell that we are above the legal age. That's crazy. Like being younger than 21, I never had a fake ID, but my mom was always an enabler by trade, so she would always just buy me a nice pack of whatever I would like, or I would just embezzle her the funds, and then she would infiltrate the 7-Eleven and get my fucking PBR or whatever the fuck I was drinking in those days. But yeah, that would be a pain in the ass, having not being able to buy alcohol. But it probably made you cherish it more, or made you enjoy it more, because it's kind of sacred, because it's like, well, once I'm out of this, we ain't getting no more. So then you would fucking, it would probably make you just go for gold and just get like 2 fucking 30 packs for fucking breakfast or something. But yeah, back then, I think, yeah, not much blacking out when you're like 17, 18 years old for some reason. Not a lot of that. Not that I can, obviously it's kind of stupid to say you remember blacking out, but just a lot of throwing up, I remember. Lots of throwing up from drinking, which I do not do anymore, thankfully. Just a big blackout Belargin kind of guy. But yeah, that was a little anecdote from the years of being in high school. Not that many interesting party stories that I could think of, or just being stupid fucking dumbass stories when in high school. It all kind of conspired or came to fruition once upon graduating that whole summer of our Lord 2016, Lord and Savior. But yeah. Well, I bet everybody had a person. You probably had a person like this in high school that you knew. There was this kid on the bus. I think his name, because I took the bus before I had a car. I took the bus, I think, in 9th and 10th grade. Yep, 9th and 10th grade. And then I think I got a whip that 11th grade year. Kicked the old Metro or the fucking, whatever the Niagara Falls School District yellow bus. There was this kid, Nate, they called him like Beans or something. Nate Bean. I don't know what the fuck his last name. Maybe it was Nadine. I don't even know. But he was one of those kids, very nice, jolly, fat fella, and glasses. Kind of looked like he had like the Hitler comb over a little bit, but I didn't think twice of it. He was a nice fella, and rode the bus together. Kind of just one of those kids in high school you meet when you're just standing there fucking with your thumb up your ass, minding your own business at the bus stop on 77th Street, and that's not Lindbergh, that's Girard, 77th and Girard, I believe. Fuck me in the ass and call me Sally if I'm wrong. Yeah, I like being called Sally. And yeah, Nate Bean, he was one of those kids, he wore the same shirt every day, this fella. He had himself a blue Cookie Monster shirt, I specifically remember. And he would just wear that motherfucker till the wheels fell off. He just really put some miles on that fucking Cookie Monster shirt. And yeah, that was when like Walmart was selling, like, you know, they got fucking Grover, the fucking got a shirt with Gandhi on. It's got a shirt with a cartoon fucking swastika on it. It's got a picture of, you know, just your regular, you know, just your regular, the Walmart special, if you will, the Cookie Monster Delight. And this motherfucker said to me, he said, I don't wear the same shirt every day. I just have 5 Cookie Monster shirts. And even back then I was fucking retarded, but I didn't believe that for one fucking lick of a second. Which, I mean, if you're gonna fucking wear a Cookie Monster shirt every day, just fucking say it. And he would wear like the classic plaid shorts. Chubby high school kid in the plaid shorts. We can all imagine him in our head. And he was just a special specimen. I don't know if his parents beat him or fucking fucked him or anything, but this man would never wear a jacket, and he would always wear the same shirt and I don't think the same shorts. That's where he drew the line below the penis. That's where he would draw the line with cleanliness, I guess. So he would wear a Cookie Monster shirt top, and then he would switch his bottoms, but they would always be shorts, just t-shirt and shorts every single day. And he would wait his happy ass at the bus stop with me every day, no matter how cold it was, no matter nothing. And he would always just t-shirt and shorts. And I don't know if I think this was like a trend for like, this was like the way, not like fighting, not like fucking yelling at your mom, not anything to assert dominance as like a 15-year-old white male. The way that we asserted our dominance was our pain tolerance to being just ridiculously cold. That was like the fucking badges on like military people's fucking vests. Just like who could wear the least amount of clothes in the coldest fucking weather. So he'd just be wearing fucking just the bare minimum, this kid. And I don't know, he's just one of those kids that I was just friends with on the bus, and then I would see him like in the hallway or just fucking somewhere else, and it'd be almost like seeing a ghost a little bit. I just wouldn't really talk to him. Not that I was embarrassed of him or anything. He was a great kid. It just didn't, we were just like morning bus pals for some reason. I don't know if that's what the vibe was. Yeah, but he was, not too many other, folks on that bus that really stood out. I think it's just the Cookie Monster shirt situation that really just burned itself into my memory. And then these people, they kind of just disappear. You just never see them again. This was before any consistent use of social media or any of this bullshit. So he kind of just disappeared into the deep. I have no idea where he went. Maybe he went to college. Maybe he's got a wife and kids. Maybe he started abusing hydros. Maybe he's a doctor. Maybe I'll end up being employed by him in the future. I don't know. But I just really have not seen, with a lot of people, I don't know where they go to. Yeah. But interesting kid. There was this dude on the bus. I don't know what the fuck his name was, but he was just a unit of a gentleman. And I call him a gentleman, but he was literally like 17 or 18. He had these glasses. He looked like a fucking I'm pretty sure it was in mechanic or something for Bosse's or some bullshit. But he had these glasses, and he just looked like a 40-year-old fucking divorced mechanic as like a 17-year-old just riding the bus, just complaining about shit, fucking talking about his kids. I saw him fucking mowing his lawn all the time, drinking a beer, fucking bending over his car with his fucking ass hanging out, getting bent over his car by his fucking dad, everything. And he just always seemed like angry. He just had this really huge dad energy at such a young age, which I commended, because I was still fucking wet behind the ears, wet behind the ass, wet on my ass, fucking young buck, you know. And it's just nice when you see a kid your age that's angry at everything on the fucking school bus. Yeah, riding the school bus, that was an interesting time. Oh, yeah, because then that kind of created a divide between me and my fucking bus riding friend, because then I would fucking be pulling up to school in my fucking piece of shit hoopty, but at least I wasn't on the bus, and then he would fucking, because I fucking disappeared from his life after fucking 10th grade, and then I was the fucking top gun on campus because I could fucking run someone over with my Jeep. and he was still riding the fucking metro with the mechanic and his fucking wife. So I think that's what created a divide between me and him after 10th grade, and then he probably fucking graduated and shit and fucking killed himself or something. I don't really know. But yeah, he was a nice guy, nice chap. And yeah, school bus drivers, they were always a certain, there's never once a happy school bus driver. Which, I mean, I get it. How could you be fucking happy with a bunch of snot-nosed fucking little shits riding your goddamn bus? And you would always, like, I remember we would always, like, stand up before the bus got completely to our stop at the stop sign, like, 20 yards ahead, and then bitch would always just fucking, sit the fuck down, and just scream at us. It's like the South Park fucking cartoon, but it does fucking happen. And there we go. I don't know what's in the water, but I've hit a little hot streak with being able to keep the solo casts alive for over 30 minutes. So there we go. Pat myself on the back. Proud of myself. Yeehaw.